Doctor Who. Once the proud banner carrier of British sci-fi brilliance, a show that could balance camp with cosmic terror, charm with existential dread. So grab your sonic screwdrivers, kids. We're cracking open the ratings tombstone for Doctor Who Season 15. Or as the insiders call it, Season 2. Because why have continuity when you can have confusion? Let's not mince words. The Doctor Who franchise just pulled a wily coyote off a ratings cliff, legs still spinning, but no ground beneath them. According to a deep dive from tv.co.uk, and I do mean deep, like bottom of the trench, deep, the overnight average for Disney's run of Doctor Who was a dismal 2.34 million viewers, even if you give it a week to catch up. That only squeaks up to 3.8 million consolidated. For a flagship franchise with Disney cash behind it, that's beyond failure. That's a dimensional collapse. Disney's entire run pulled a total of 68.4 million viewers across 18 episodes. That's less than Christopher Eccleston drew in one season 20 years ago. And back then we were still watching on CRTs like animals. To put it in perspective, David Tennant, God bless that man's hair, came back for 3 episodes and raked in 21 million viewers. 3 episodes. Now let's talk RTD. Russell, trust me, it's working Davies. This man has gone from resurrecting Doctor Who in 2005 to running it into the ground in 2025. Yes, he gave us Tennant. Yes, he gave us the glory years. But this is what creative rot looks like in real time. The man seems convinced the only way to modernize the Doctor is to turn the show into an after-school special about social issues, identity politics, and whatever flavor of the week ideology makes the unholy executives clap like trained seals. It's not that Doctor Who can't have progressive ideas. It always has. But RTD now writes like someone trying to win a BAFTA from Twitter. And don't come at me with TV has changed. That excuse is older than the TARDIS. TV's changed, sure. But great stories still get eyeballs. No, I don't blame Gatwa entirely. The guy was thrown into a dying franchise, surrounded by a creatively bankrupt showrunner, bloated pacing, and scripts that feel like rejected Torchwood fanfiction. But let's be honest, this Doctor didn't connect. He spent most of every episode either crying or like he was auditioning to sing I Love to Laugh with Uncle Albert on the ceiling. People wanted a Doctor, not a TikTok influencer with time travel privileges. But what about Disney Plus? Screamed the defenders while clutching mouse-eared Blu-rays like holy relics. Yeah, about that. Doctor Who reportedly made Disney's top 5 global shows for like a minute, but not a whisper of it on the Nielsen charts, which track actual US streaming viewership. Translation? That top 5 status might have just meant it beat the Muppets Mayhem on a Wednesday. Disney doesn't release real numbers. Because if they did, the suits would have to explain why they're throwing mouse money at a show doing CW-level traffic. Here's the bitter pill, folks. Doctor Who isn't dead because it changed. It's dead because it stopped being fun. Somewhere along the way, the writers forgot that people tune in to escape, not to be lectured to by a sentient Tumblr thread. Still, part of me, the foolish, battered fanboy that still owns a scarf and thinks 1996 Paul McGann deserved a second shot, wants this to work. I want a good Doctor. I want the TARDIS to matter again. But as it stands, RTD needs to hand over the keys. And maybe, just maybe, someone who cares about story and not political trends can bring this show back from the brink. Until then, Doctor Who is just another franchise corpse being dragged through streaming hell, waiting for a miracle that probably isn't coming. If you like this little descent into media madness, go ahead and like the video. If you disagreed violently but couldn't look away, share it with someone who deserves to suffer too. And if you want more reviews, rants, and reels from the cinematic void, subscribe. Because the booth is always open, the bulb's always dying, and it only gets weirder from here.
In a smoky back room, on a midnight screen, we're digging through reels that'll haunt your dreams. From creatures of the night to heroes of space, we'll take you to the edge in this wild, weird place. Crack open the celluloid, let's see what's inside. Horror, sci-fi, and thrillers collide. We're here to dig up the good, bad, and strange through decades of cinema's mad, twisted range.